we got some activity near the Necros since we could not manage to get some good results near the Dragon, right? But since the until the end of the KVK, there is also like 7 to 8 days. Of course, we are trying to get some more merits, right? Here already we are at 16.4 million merits, and as always I'm gonna try my best to get even more, right? Because what's the another I have no another idea what's the fun of playing Call of Dragons if you are not fighting, right? Of course, we're gonna speak regarding the hero pairs. As an archer main, I'm gonna tell you what I have been using this KVK, right? Ruby and Freygar, I don't have Kylan. Ruby is 5-2-3. Freygar is awakened. I used recovery event to awaken Freygar, which is really good. Falgrim, which is 5-2-2-5 or 5-2-3-5, and awakened Nico, finally, right? And we are using Bard Manticore. Magrat 5-5-5-1 and awakened Zaida with Gilded Crossbow. In this awakened and are awakened, but not a surprise. We are using Wyverns, tier 4 Wyverns on a support march, and Kinara awakened, my first ever awakened hero, and Moose Young awakened, which is this third awakened hero which I have ever done. So yeah, that's what I have been using this KVK, and I can honestly say that since I started using 5 marches at the same time, I got way better merits, and if I'm gonna see one single target infantry march, I'm basically destroying it, right? And it's a huge difference because last KVK I was trying out like 3 maximum 4 marches at the same time, and difference have been huge on my own eyes. And especially if in your KVK you have a lot of infantry opponents who are just spawning infantry, then I would say just try to get at least some amount of troops and try to run multiple marches, because trust me, you are going to deal way more damage to a single target infantry, even 2 targets, and of course the only problem starts in terms of their tankiness whenever there is a couple of army group of infantry marches. That's when actually it's hard to actually defeat them, right? Besides that, using 5 marches have been a revelation for me. I'm really happy with the results, and of course from now on I will try my best to run 5 marches as always, right? Of course, you might say, why tier 4 Wyverns? Why not, right? Wyverns are basically more tanky troops than normal archers, and plus I got tier 5 archers finally. This is my first ever KVK where I'm basically full tier 5 in terms of archers, right? So yeah, that's the reason, and I want them to be tanky. That's why we are using Indis, which is increasing Legion capacity limit, which is really good. One of the best ways of being tanky in Call of Dragons, just have more troops, right? That's really simple. So yeah, basically that's my lineup, and that's the thoughts and ideas regarding infantry, right? Here in this KVK, of course, I think everything is basically decided, right? But since we have a lot of players around like all the alliances who are actually fighters, everybody wants to fight more, right? And of course, what we can say about Age of Duality KVK, this KVK is not really the best one for the ranged players, for archers and mages. It suits more of a melee players because we have multiple blinks, multiple stealth mechanics and stuff like that, which actually helps cavalry and infantry players to get to the mages and archers, and that's the reason why I think that this KVK was more for a melee players rather than for the archers or even mages, right? Like, range almost doesn't matter if your opponents have unlimited amount of blinks in their play kit, and it's almost impossible for a ranged player to move up and deal damage, right? Because you are always scared that one infantry will just be a road until you're like will block you. It's impossible to move, and your opponent's mages and archers are basically going to catch you, right? But still, somehow, I still managed to get 60 million merits. If I could manage to do it, basically almost every single player can do it, right? Of course, I have some advantages. I have played this game since the launch, which is already close to 3 years. I have like 950 something days of gameplay, which is quite a good amount of time, actually. And yeah, that might be the reason why I have so like couple of awakened heroes, which of course helps. And yeah, this is the perfect moment. Finally, we are the ones who are going to block their mages and archers, and of course here we should be the prime time, right? Just deal damage as much as possible. And yeah, this is the mistake which you should be reading in my eyes, and hopefully everybody will understand what kind of mistake it is, right? And yeah, unfortunately this one cavalry player just wanted to attack me, but yeah, let's not care. We have something way better which we can attack here, which is mages and archers, since we have a lot of infantry players ahead of us, and of course we will just go and move forward until we can. And I think right now it's a perfect time to try to deal damage to this infantry, because yeah, they will block us even moving forward, so we kinda have to deal damage to them even faster than our opponent will defeat those our infantry, right? Yeah, we basically managed to do it. I think it's good enough. We did not really lose a single march, which is really nice. So yeah, let's just move back, and I think right now we can heal a little bit, chill, because most merits we wanted to get from this fight we already got. And right now, yeah, one more infantry. Unfortunately, this is just stuck there, but I think we will be fine here, because yeah, that's it. We might see a couple of infantries which might block, but I think we have enough ranged players here to move forward, right? And yeah, one more blink infantry with us. Yep. Yeah, that's basically the gameplay which archer players have to play. Not only archer players, I think every single player who is playing ranged units. Yeah, this is the sad story of this KVK, and hopefully we won't gonna see this double artifact feature more, because it's really tiring. One artifact is enough in my eyes. Yeah, we might get stuck here, but let's see. Yeah, I managed to sleep. So yeah, just try to use your marches. Click somewhere there is a high chance where you see that it's impossible to move away, but you actually survive, right? So that's a good one. Let's wait for some more infantries from our side, and hopefully, yeah, this is one already good, but one is not really enough. Multiple ones would be great, at least from our side. If somebody was pushing, I would be more than glad. But yeah, if this opponent will make this type of mistakes, of course, why not, right? So let's go and let's continue dealing damage. I'm pretty sure we are getting quite a lot from these targets, and yeah, this is the archers, so let's keep on moving. Of course, whenever there is multiple targets around the battlefield, the ruby is really helpful during that moments. And yeah, one more blink infantry to stop bleeding, I guess. Yeah, just got destroyed. Let's see if we have more infantry players to move forward. If yes or not, let's see. Yeah, that's one infantry. We are pretty forward already, so we have to think always about these infantries, and they are running here. Let's move back. I think moving back is the most perfect choice here. Let's see if I'm correct, and let's see. Yeah, I think I'm correct, because we're gonna see a lot of blinks here. Let's see. Can we survive? Can we or not? This place looks good. I think we can. Yeah, that's one blink. Yeah, we still couldn't, right? Even cavalry rush blinked on us, but I believe nobody's targeting us. We can deal damage. At least we're gonna use artifacts here, which is pretty good. And yeah, let's try to survive still. Yeah, one more infantry, right? So yeah, basically that's what happens whenever there is a lot of blink artifacts in Call of Dragons. Basically, almost impossible to survive some fights. Sometimes our alliance makes same mistakes. Sometimes they are making mistakes. It's really not that easy to predict what is going to happen, right? That's why trying to be safe and trying to be cautious is the best thing which you can actually do. And as you can see, right, we still managed to survive, which is a really good. And since we have some healing on a Margaret and Zaida and basically everybody, we might even deal some more damage. Since we are here from the portal, so it will be impossible for me to refill my troops. That's why let's deal damage to this archer, why not? I think he's just standing here, and at least we have Margaret. Yeah, now we can go back. Yeah, I guess target was from basically infantry, not from the archer. So yeah, this is the idea of this KVK, right? Everybody has blinks, multiple ones, Wolf, Woman of Valor, utility artifacts, artifact orient, double camouflages for cavalry players. So can you imagine how hard it is for archer player to get a lot of merits in this KVK? So yeah, that's why I'm trying to explain. We already had enough blinks and stealth in the game for melee players. And for ranged players, what do we have? We don't have any Race of Remedy. We don't have any long-range warfare. For mages, there is not a extra skill damage increase in percentages. So my main rant is about that. Utility artifacts are far more better for abs and infantry than for mages and archers, right? And that's a fact. So at least give something to ranged players. I don't know. I think these kind of things should have been thought of, but yeah, I'm glad that we got some replies from the devs that they will be looking forward to it, and they will try to make something better for the next one, right? And plus the portal thing, I think in general portal is a pretty fun addition to the game, just not the way the portal is used now. I want every single alliance to be able to access wherever they want around the map, and don't get stuck and not be waiting for portals or if somebody will open it or not. In general, I believe portals is really nice. They give ability for us to fight even more, which is always amazing. And yeah, I hope that feature will stay, but it will have some changed idea and it will be used even in a better manner, right? But I think in general the feature is nice, but it needs some more ways to be upgraded, because yeah, we are getting a lot of spice on our marches, because I think we got a lot of merits from the fight, right? Let's check how many merits we got from this fight, and yeah, pretty nice result, right? 61k from Margaret and Zaida, 32, 23, 22. Of course, I have had way more. I posted a screenshot on the post section of YouTube on the channel. 164k from Margaret and Zaida was the maximum in this KVK, and yeah, I believe we are doing fine. I will try my best to get positive trades on Ruby, which is pretty cool. We got blinked on top of our head many times, and that's always not the best way how we want to fight as an archer player, right? But still, I believe the result is nice. In general, Margaret and Zaida has more than 50 and all other ones has more than 30. That's the average. So we got more on Margaret and Zaida and we got less than average on everybody else, not Kinara and Musian, right? So yeah, that's some PvP gameplay from the Archer main. That's the merits, that's the days I have played this game, which is pretty fun. But of course I will keep playing because I have fun fighting in Call of Dragons, right? As always, if you like the video, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody an amazing day, morning and night. We are going to see each other really soon. Bye bye and good luck.